Welcome to the Purple Party, known as Purple Nerd Channel, home for all those who geek out on all things Prince related. Madhouse 16 was released on November 18th, 1987, only 10 months after their last album. The album produced two singles, 10 which peaked at number 66 on the R&B charts, and 13 which unfortunately did not chart. Videos were released for 10 as well as 13. There was also a Madhouse short film called Hard Life that was produced but never released. And of course, I did a video about this lost film, and I will have a link to that video at the end of this video. Similar to the first album, they attempted to cover up the fact that this is indeed a Prince project. But they did it a little bit different this time around by crediting even more members to the fictitious band, and keeping Monica Leitner on the cover and in the music videos, as the first album was actually performed and written and produced by Eric Leeds and Prince, and then credited to fictitious musicians. This time around, the Madhouse band members are listed as Eric Leeds, Levi Caesar Jr., and Dr. Fink, who are all actual real people, and then the fourth member, John Lewis, who is a fictitious person. This is primarily an Eric Leeds and Prince project, just like the first album, although this time around they did recruit some help, which I will break down who did what on what song as we explore this project. We open up with 9. 9, which was performed, produced, and written by Eric Leeds and Prince, is controlled chaos, with crowd noise in the background and random gunshots, and even moments of other musical compositions being thrown in the mix, including chopsticks and the sound of music. Next is 10. I don't know why, but for some reason 10 sounds eerily similar to the song 6 from the previous Madhouse album. But with a lot of sound effects borrowed over from the recording of the Black Album. The song was written, produced, and performed by Prince, Levi Caesar Jr., and Sheila E. Next is 11. We get some funk with this one, with a more electronic focus. Of course, aside from the horn work by Eric Leeds. The song features a loop of the phrase "Baby Dollhouse," which is from an unreleased song of the same name by Susanna Melvoin. The song opens up with dialogue from the 1972 film The Godfather. The song was performed, produced, and written by Prince, Levi Caesar Jr., and Sheila E. Next is 12. We get more of a traditional jazz groove on this one, but at a little bit more of a slower pace. And the crowd noise in the background kind of makes it feel like a live performance, like we're in some dark, seedy, at the end of town, like jazz bar, and we're there watching Madhouse perform. The song was performed, produced, and written by Eric Leeds and Prince. Next is 13. "13 is also produced, performed, and written by Eric Leeds and Prince, and features dialogue from the film The Godfather. The song sounds like it was left off the album Sign the Times, and then reworked for this album, as it has more of a focus on electronic funk, with only Eric Leeds' baritone sax giving any organic sound to this particular song. Next is 14. We finally get a break from the madness with this flute-led ballad. A beautiful song full of whimsy and wonder, and it too was performed, produced, and written by Eric Leeds and Prince. Next is 15. This song has an identity crisis, as melodically it's a ballad, but the percussion, it tells a different story, as if the song is trying to be cute and vicious at the same time. 15 was produced, performed, and written by Prince, Levi Caesar Jr., and Sheila E. Next is 16. Opening with more dialogue from the film The Godfather, this song goes to Mach 5 when it comes to pace, with the drums leading the charge. But then again, we are surprised by a keyboard solo by the one and only Dr. Matt Fink. 16 was produced, performed, and written by Eric Leeds and Prince. Like Madhouse's first album, this album was only recorded in a few days as well, but at Paisley Park Studios. And it has a much more aggressive sound to it than the previous album, which may have something to do with the subtitle, New Directions in Garage Music, which is a tribute to Miles Davis, but may also be the album's inspiration as well. Thank you for joining me on this episode. Please like and share this video, and if you wouldn't mind, please subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel grow. And of course, down in the description below, I'll have a link to all the other places you can find me on social media. And in case you didn't know, there was another Madhouse album planned twice. And I'm going to talk about that on the next episode. And so, until that next episode, I wish you heaven.